Guys, welcome back to the Voices of Franklinton High. Um, my name's Alyssa, and today I'm joined by Caleb Williams, Vacilia Williams, Linda McGee, and the coach Nate. Um, Today we're going to be talking about something a little more serious than our usual football games and whatnot. Today we're going to be talking about teen mental health statistics since September is Suicide Prevention Month. Um, so Caleb, tell me a little bit about how many teens have been diagnosed with a mental health condition in the past few years?
About 100,000 in the last few months. It's slowly going up.
Well, I just want to ask you guys, what do you think is the reason for so many, not just teens and, young adults like you guys, what do you think is one of the reasons why so many people struggle with, how they see themselves and how they see the world around them?
I feel like social media definitely plays a big part in a lot of the things that teens go through. Like girls see other girls on social media just being absolutely gorgeous and compare themselves to them all the time, not knowing that it's usually edited.
100% social media. And I feel like more than ever, we're more distracted than connected. And the idea, I truly feel it's to isolate us, to feel like we're the only ones that feel a certain thing, that think a certain way. Um, Girls, what do y'all think?
I agree. As a 16-year-old girl, it could be really hard to, not compare yourself to other girls like in your environment, like school or like Alyssa said, social media. So yeah, I agree. Me myself personally, I went through that.
What were, London, I appreciate you being real. What were some of the things that you feel helped you come out of that just low point, if you would say?
Definitely I would say just I built my own self-confidence throughout the years. Just learning to love myself. Nothing really specific helped me. I kind of just helped myself. I grew. I just learned that I'm a beautiful individual. So, and and I
On the inside.
and I just feel like it's not always just about, your looks, but personality. So, don't be messy, girls out there, period. Fuck that tea.
What you think, V? Caleb?
I agree on what she said. You really just have to learn to love yourself before you can. And
Well, look, life can be stressful, right? You guys have a lot of pressures on you, grades and, what you're looking to do for the rest of your life, career wise and relationships. Um, do y'all think that's one of the things that kind of leads to pressure?
That, especially when it comes to relationships. But I don't think teens realize that there's so much more out there than just a relationship in high school. Um, you know, Putting your all into something when you need to focus not just on a person in high school, but yourself. And I think that's what a lot of teens struggle with and why issues develop when it comes to their mental health.
yeah, I agree on that note. I feel like teens really start to get into a relationship before they learn how to love themselves and love each other properly. So they just rush into something that, would never work.
Well, I think one of the biggest things, it's it's its own prison when we talk about mental health, and then I guess the culmination of that possibly would be suicide. Alyssa, as you mentioned, September Suicide Prevention Month. Um, how easy is it to feel like nobody understands, uh, nobody could ever feel what I feel, nobody understands what all I go through, and it's just a lie. you know, and I think it's hard for you guys, really society itself, just to connect with other people. Caleb, what you got?
I'd say it's pretty easy to feel like nobody understands what you're going through, but trust me, there's a lot more people out there who's going through a lot worse. Just put it all up to God and talk to Him about it.
Um, Another thing, some statistics, only about half of adolescents with a mental illness or health condition can seeks help from a professional. And many are like pushed aside. Not pushed aside, but they feel like they are because they don't want to talk about some things like that. And they don't really want to talk to their parents or their teachers about mental health concerns because it's not really something that people talk about that much anymore these days.
Do you think it's so important to go to a therapist, or just learning how to surround yourself with people who see you for the real you, and they don't judge you. They don't, you know, you're not afraid to see, to allow them to see you at your worst.
Going to a therapist helps with some people, but most people don't know how to talk about it, so they just learn to cope with it and get through it.
And I think that's where the danger is.
Um, in my personal opinion, I feel like I personally wouldn't be really comfortable with talking to somebody that I don't know that well. So I would much rather be around people that I love and I feel comfortable around because a lot of my friends have helped me through really hard times. And being a teen myself, going through as much as I've went through in the past few months, I literally fell down and picked myself back up on my own, really and truly.
Yeah, I feel like schools should start focusing more on mental health awareness because when students learn more about mental health, they become more understanding of themselves and others around them, and they start to really understand and feel what others are going through and start putting them in each other's shoes and stuff like that.
I think it's just really important. I think it's really important that you guys, just learn how to be good people to people that, you're not necessarily close friends with, but learn to be aware of what people are saying, maybe without them actually saying it. Um, not getting so caught up in our circle of friends, but learning how to go beyond and to meet people where they are. It really is. It's sad. It's dangerous. Um, it's all those things, and everything in between. But more than anything, we gotta be there for one another, even if we all come from different backgrounds and different beliefs. One other thing, guys, we do have Kel stepping in. Kel, what you got, dude?
I just want to say I feel like this mostly stems from childhood. Most kids are brought up and their parents teach them to be tough. You're not allowed to really have feelings, and that's really most kids take their own lives because of that. And that's something that's really happening right now, where most parents are just trying to get their kids to be tough, and it's not working. They don't know how to cope with their feelings, so they end up taking their own life. So, just for the future generation, learn how to deal with your children's feelings
Yep.
to prevent that.
Well, guys, I know our bell is close, and I really appreciate y'all being real and having a conversation that's not necessarily easy. Kel, Vasilia, London, Caleb, Lissa, I appreciate you guys. I look forward to our year together. I think it really is going to be a good year.